Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Ken. It's time again for another Pocket Dump deconstruction. What you see in front of you is basically the picture I took and posted to Instagram about, I don't know, 9 minutes ago. This is in the morning, in the middle of February in 2016. 9 minutes ago, this posted on Instagram. I turned my iPhone 6 Plus S to video, and now we're on the Keith Kevin Ken YouTube channel, and we're going to talk about everything that I'm carrying today, and we're going to caress some knives. And if you stick around, we're also going to talk about the knife that almost made it into my pocket, the knife I couldn't put away this morning because I liked it so much and lost out to the Inkosi. So we'll talk about all of that in a few minutes, but right now let's talk about this very special cigar. Oh man, every day celebrating the end of the day, especially today with this special cigar. It's the Hoya de Monterey. It's a very, very special cigar that can't wait to get to, especially with my single malt scotch, special scotch today too. You know why? As I record this in 2016, today is Thursday, and it followed a day off on Monday of holiday, and I don't know. I think it's the laws of physics or something, but it feels like whenever you start a short work week, it lasts for a month. This is early Thursday morning, and I feel like I've been through 3 weeks of heavy lifting. It's been tough. Anyway, I'm going to celebrate with special scotch and a special cigar. The silver coin, I'll give it some shade so you can see it. The silver coin that I have in my pocket for good luck, hoping that I finally get through this short, quote, short, unquote, week. Is a wonderful coin. I've been collecting this series, kind of a limited series and hard to get, but I think beautiful. It's the Australian Kangaroo at Sunset coin. They all have that image. Very nice coin, and also a wonderful, as all my silver coins are, lucky piece, because frankly, I've had some luck. So happy to be here and happy to show off what's in my pocket and to play with some knives with my YouTube friends. This is the Monaco. It's a Heuer watch, chronograph. I love Tag and Heuer. This is one of my rotation watches and one that I'm happy to have on my wrist today. So let's talk about the knives. That's my wallet. I love Coach leather. That's Coach leather. I love Smithson, and that's a Smithson tablet. I love their stuff, their pencils, their tablets, or whatever. Now let's talk about the knives. Yeah, some of you are sitting there going, is he going to talk about all 16 of the Kopas that he owns? I told you. Excuse me. Getting over a cold. I told you, once I put these things in my pocket, it's hard for me to pass these by. Let me talk about the Kopa. This one is a very special one. Actually, every single Kopa knife is a special one. Okay? They were created to be a special series. 17 total knives. I have 16 of them. Spyderco released them. Said there were going to be 17. Every 3 or 4 months they would release 3 of them. This was the 5th one released. All of them have the same profile. VG10 steel, that leaf blade. What made them different is they all had different kind of exotic inlays. This inlay, for instance, is the apple coral. It's a fossilized apple coral inlay. Isn't that amazing? It's just beautiful. Spyderco set out to make a unique series of gentleman folders, all with the same clip, all with this wonderful backlock, the strong backlock, a real functional piece that also when you pulled it out of your pocket, everyone went ooh and all. When I talk about exotic inlays, if you look at some of the, I'm going to do a mini collection, I promise, of these knives. I promise you. But what happens is each of these knives, so there's 17 in the total set. Yes, I'm frustrated. I only have 16 of them. They also are limited. So each individual knife with each individual inlay, there were only 1,600 knives made. Each of them have a certificate as well. So that right now, there are only 599 apple coral Kopas out there in the world. It's a very nice knife. Has a nice little heft to it. Very functional. I use it as my keychain knives. I'll tell you, the one reason that in the past 2 weeks I've been using a lot of these is, I have to admit it, every time I take my keys out, throw them on a desk, everyone wants to play with the knife, and then when they're all different, they go, oh my goodness, as if they're all custom made. They feel custom. I'll tell you, they feel custom in your hand. Oh man, look at the backspacer, the stainless steel backspacer. It really is, I think, that and the Menundi, my opinion, and a couple of customized knives that I don't own that I wish I owned, are just the epitome of the gentleman's folder to me. This is great because they give me a little lanyard hole, which gives me a chance to put my little silver keychain on it and carry it. That is the Kopa, Spyderco Kopa. Only 600 exist in the world out of the 17 set of different exotic knives. And I'm going to do, I promise you, if not this weekend, then next weekend and the weekend after, I'll do a mini collection of all 16 of my knives. But that's that. That's my keychain knife. And yes, I went small this week. But man, talk about classy. I am so happy with this combination that I picked. I really am. This is the small knife, the newest knife coming from the Chris Reeve shop. It's the Inkosi. That's Zulu for chief. This is Chris Reeve's newest knife. Look, I don't know what he says. I haven't seen him interviewed and talked about it, but this is a small Sebenza 25. It is just, it looks exactly like it. It's small. It's a little smaller than the Chris Reeve, a little smaller than the Chris Reeve small Sebenza. In fact, the knife that got away, because I've been playing with it, is the exclusive Chris Reeve small Sebenza Tanto. It's a true North exclusive. If you want to get a Sebenza or an Umnenzun Tanto blade, you have to go to True North Knives because it's exclusive to them. But you can see there's the small Sebenza, there's the Inkosi. See that just a little bit smaller. It is definitely a smaller 25. So I just go with it and say it's a smaller 25 and let the haters hate. A real nice thing is that big pivot. You see that big pivot? There's a number of other technical changes that Chris Reeve has done. You're on the internet because you're watching this. You should check it out. But I really like the Inkosi. 2 studs. Man, built great. Obviously with the Chris Reeve integral lock. Oh man, smooth as silk. Look at that big pivot on this small chief of a knife. See the difference of the pivots? Man, I wanted to put this in my pocket, but I could not pass up this one today. This is the knife that got away that I'm talking about in the middle of my pocket dump. I had to choose. What a choice, right? I'm just fortunate. Talking about first world problems. This is first knife world problems. But I love that in Inkosi. I really love it. It's a small 25 in your pocket. It gives you everything you want to have with the 25. This, of course, is a wonderful small 21. Oh, man, I love it. Anyway, that's the Inkosi from Chris Reeve, the chief in Zulu. And then, man, I'll tell you, the most recent of the Chris Reeve flippers. Now, Chris Reeve, I pick up this titanium, and I just thought about Chris Reeve. Of course, this is a Spyderco. Spyderco, this is the Spyderco Mantra. This is the original Mantra. Both Mantras, Mantra and the Mantra 2, were released the same time, January 2016. I bought them both as soon as I could. I love this. People ask me the difference between the two Mantras blade profile. This is a Delica flipper. Forget what you heard. This is a Delica flipper. Actually, Eric Glasser actually said the same thing. It has that Delica. Man, every time I talk about this, I should pull out a Delica, but I don't. Delica handle, Delica blade profile. It does not have the Delica steel because this steel is CPM M4 steel, wonderful steel. It's the same steel that Spyderco used on the Gale Bradley. It retains an edge. It does rust. It is not a stainless steel blade, so you have to take care of it. Flips like a dream, has my favorite clip, has the integral lock. Please excuse me. And you know, I made that mistake, and you guys know me, especially if you've seen any of my videos. I am a huge Chris Reeve fan, a huge Spyderco fan, and I picked it up and called it a Chris Reeve knife. I'll tell you, that's why I've been loving this carry. No, it's a Spyderco knife, so well built, but it feels like it. Spyderco loves the Chris Reeve integral frame lock, and they call it the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. They love that lock. This is a great, oh man, it's a great knife. Spyderco, I think there's like 3 or 4 more flippers they're going to introduce and deliver this year. You'll be able to see them first here on, I don't know about first, but very early here on this channel, and we'll talk about them. But if what I've had lately, their last 3 flippers, the Mantra 2, and the new Southern, the Positron, they're looking at smaller, lighter flippers that flip like a dream and easy to carry. And so far, their new 3 flippers all have this wonderful wire clip, the clip that you get on the Sage series. Oh man, it's nice. What a wonderful carry, huh? I tell you, take out this because it'll be on my desk all day. I'll play with the knife that got away, the small Tanto 21 from Chris Reeve, but I'll have the Inkosi, and I'll have the brand new Mantra. Oh man, that's it. That's my carry. That's the carry for today. Let me move this for a better view so you guys can see it. Look at that Kopa. I love the Kopa series. I'm happy to carry this. This makes me happy early in the morning before I deal with a long Thursday work day. Thank you very much for giving me so much of your time. Thank you for joining me here on the Keith Kevin Ken channel. I'm Kevin. A lot of people asking, what does Keith Kevin Ken stand for? Here's the deal. I'm the middle child of 3 boys. We were all 2 years apart. Keith, my older brother, Ken, my younger brother, Keith, Kevin, Ken. Because our names sounded so familiar, even my mother would go, hey, Keith, Kevin, Ken, or we'd walk down the street, Keith, Kevin, Ken. So all of us were named all three of those names because it just seemed easier. They knew they would get the correct one by announcing all three. Thought it was cool for a name for a YouTube and an Instagram thing. That's what it is. Keith, Kevin, Ken. It's a tribute to my brothers, my family, and now, especially when I'm trying to build a new online family, a knife community family. So that's where Keith, Kevin, Ken comes from. I'm Kevin. I'm the middle one. Thank you very much for giving me so much of your time. You have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.